Hey guys, what's up? It's another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. My name is Stephanie Coca Aderunoku, and of course, I am your host. So this is a very special episode as we are celebrating Mother's Day in advance. So I want to wish all the amazing, beautiful, strong women who are mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. And it's also special because I have someone very special. I said special like 3 times, but you know. My mom is here. Hi, Mom. Let's give her a round of applause. Hi.
Hello, my soulmate.
What? I wasn't expecting that. She's mocking. All right. Hi, Mom. Welcome to... I'm good. If you're not on trial, don't worry. It's okay. You can relax. I know I told you about the episode. I told you it was like old school versus new school parenting.
So how come it's changed?
It hasn't changed. We're going to ease into it because she's already here. She's already like on the battlefield. She's like, yes, and here you people are not good at what you're doing.
Yes, Gen Z millennial. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you know what? The producer was saying that she wanted to embarrass me a little bit. Okay. So she did say I should get you to talk a bit about like when I was growing up, maybe just 1 or 2 things I did. Is there anything you would say that I didn't like doing or I was naughty or anything that, would just put me in a...
Yes. I don't know. She doesn't like washing plates or doing domestic chores.
Excuse me.
She doesn't like it.
Mom, what did you guys used to call me?
Dishwasher.
Is that not child abuse?
That's right what you call it now, but it's discipline.
It's what you mean discipline?
Morality and discipline.
Mom, I was washing plates back to back. Is she mean the dishwasher and he knows?
Do you
really and truly?
Do you sweep the house?
I used to hoover.
But exactly. That is what I'm transmitting from my own training to you. And that's how it should be.
But why did you make my brother do that? You didn't make David do it. He used to just sit there in front of the TV watching Cartoon Network.
Because he was a footballer then. concentrating on Arsenal Junior.
And I was concentrating on what, please? How to be what?
Because you are a woman, you should be useful to your
the feminists family. Are coming for you. Gen Z, please don't drag my mother. You know it's not their fault. But Gen Z and feminists are coming.
Well, in our own time, that was how we were brought up. So you had to transfer it to you. So how I'll bring you up as a lady, as someone leaving your parents' house, going to another family where they will welcome you well with the level of home training you are bringing there.
Okay.
So that's why I don't want you to be useless there. That's why, that's why I have to train you.
Mom, but your son is going to be useless, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
My son can even cook now. Can you imagine him calling me from London? I'm on the video call with him, telling him how to cook stew, how to make okra, how to cook jollof rice, fried rice. And remember when we went to London the last time?
Yeah,
he made jollof rice for us before we got to the house from the airport.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to wash plates well. His plates always have stains.
He bought dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly.
He has dishwasher. And, that does the job.
Oh, but if I bought a dishwasher, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, well, you have at least tasted from the way they wash plates with hand. So, we are excused to get a free dishwasher.
Oh, but you just want me to know how to do it?
Yes.
But David didn't know how to... You need to know how to do it.
He does wash plates.
Did he wash plates when we were younger?
Of course. Were you washing his plates? You refuse to wash his plates sometimes and he will wash it. I'm not going to wash it.
Okay. So there you are, championing for your son. Don't worry. It's Mother's Day coming. Oh.
You are both the same in my hands. No. There is
you love
no
us
preference.
both equally?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I believe you. All right.
I went through the same pain of having both of you. So I love both of you same.
Oh, so sweet. Yes. Okay, Marjorie. Well, so this is old school versus new school. People often like describe the way their parents raise them and the way they're raising their children as different, like very different, like worlds apart, actually. So, when I had Ariella, there were some things that you guys wanted to do, like some traditions and customs that you do when you have a child, like throw the child up in the air, wash the child with palm oil and all those things. And I was literally against it. I think they actually snuck away. They did it when I wasn't at home. Yeah, they did. They did. And my aunt actually threw Ariel up in the air.
Upside down.
Yeah, in front of me. I was talking to her and I was explaining why I don't want her to do it. And she just started doing it. She's like, oh, you mean this? Oh, like this. I almost like froze. But, you know, there's something. So for our generation, so we're starting from birth here. Our generation would kind of see that, or a lot of people will see that as like, I don't know, like it's too aggressive for the child. You can't, you know, throw, brain damage. You're throwing them up. What if they fall down on the floor?
Child abuse.
Yeah, because it's more like a neglect, because it's like it's dangerous, right? So how but what do you think about that? Do you think that it's just a tradition, or do you not see where we're coming from in that sense? Like, oh, it's a bit dangerous.
Well, I think it's just the tradition. It's been on for so many years. No one of my age group has, questioned it. You just have to be careful when doing it. There are ways you can do it, and we've never heard of any,
I think there was a case that I saw. I think someone actually did do that, and then the child ended up having I don't know if they end up dislocation or like a broken leg or something like that.
I just said you have to be careful. That is a way. But it has maybe the person doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well,
that would be maybe 1 in 10,000 cases.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
What do they call you now? Statistics, mama.
You know I'm very good in mathematics.
You are. I can't lie. You are.
Even up to this age. Yes.
So now, right, you guys describe us as Gen Z, millennial, and I think you people are baby boomer, yeah? So, baby boomers, you all think you did such a great job raising all of us Gen Z and millennials, right? You are kind of like, in a sense, responsible for the people you have out there right now. And right now, we have a very interesting pool of people. Yeah, we have like young people that are not interested in getting married. You have people that, have a lot of mental health issues. And they say, it started off when they were young. So I don't know if we could, link it to also like the treatment, because young people back then, when I was growing up, we were kind of like, we were punished a lot. So like, frog jumps, put your hands up, beating with belts, cable, slipper, anything they can find. Your head,
I will tell you that it has even gotten better at your own stage.
So we were just getting a taste.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. During our own time, before you go to school, I'm going to categorize this topic into many topics.
Okay.
Like education.
Okay.
Fashion.
Okay.
Religion.
Okay.
Social life. Morality and discipline. Training.
Okay. So which one are we starting with?
Education.
Okay, let's go.
During our own time, our parents make sure we are well educated. Not now that you any child will say, I don't want to go to school. I want to go and learn tailoring or anything. Education is very, very vital, very important. And they make sure you are educated well. Under education, you start from primary school, and you are being trained from that age. You still have domestic work to do at home. So you've been trained from like age 6. You start your primary school from age 6. So can you imagine from age 6 you have been trained on when to wake up, to start dressing up for school? Then we don't have what is called house help nannies now. So you have to train your children to help you in the house chores as well. When they come back from school, they do their own work. They eat, they have their nap, and still help their mothers in the kitchen doing the housework as well.
Well, not a 6-year-old, but maybe like a 9-year-old.
Even from, you can't babysit a 6-year-old though. In the 60s, in the 70s. No. Yeah. I'm not talking about 2 years to 3-year-old. Even some houses, 5 years, 4 years, they've known what, how to eat, where to get their food.
So in a sense, are you saying that like the children of nowadays are a bit spoiled?
Well, yes, I'll say that. Do you remember yourself at the age of 7?
Yeah.
When in London, yeah, you looked after your brother, remember?
Yes, I know. I was a bit of a nanny, wasn't I?
I had to work. So from what age have I trained you? Yeah. And you are very useful to yourself now. Look at what you have, the woman you have become. Yeah? So, yeah. So before you go to school, you know, you get prepared the night before.
Right.
Your uniform clean and well ironed.
Also, so
your shoes, your books, your subjects the next day is well arranged in your bag. You understand? And you must wake up on time to do the domestic work in the house. Whether it's sweeping, you do that day, or dusting, or you do everything before you go to school. I'm saying this time I'm talking about secondary school.
Okay.
Yes. And if you are late to school, you know what you will get now. So you won't try it. During our time, the teacher, they dedicate different teachers by the gates. If you are late.
Oh, they did that in my school.
So when you get to the gate, they're waiting for you. When you get there, you are late. 1 minute, you can't enter. They have where they will put you. You have to kneel down there or do frog jump. Or even they send you to in our own school, we do have farm grass. You have to be plucking with your hand. Or they say, stretch your hand out and with ruler, the edge. So if you remember that, that's what you call child abuse now. If you remember that, how can you be late the next day? Will you not be responsible for yourself? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a bit harsh though. The edge of the ruler.
That's it. Then under religion, then we take religion very serious. On Sundays, you have to get ready to go to church. If you're a Muslim, Fridays, you know what to do. Not now that you chose to do whatever you like. Your parents cannot talk to you. They cannot control you. They cannot say, you have to go to my church. So I'm going to my own church.
Mom, your son refused to enter the church.
He went to
your birthday. Do you remember?
He did.
You know, Mom, there was a birthday.
That was the first day. No. He did enter. And he said he doesn't like African churches, that he can go to Church of England or that. And I said, why? He said, because African churches, they take too long and then they say so much jargons. Anglican or Church of England, Catholic, they're straight, their service is straightforward and, you
1 hour,
you're out.
Okay.
So, and plus, going to church doesn't determine who you are.
Yeah. But you're just saying that the discipline, if you're going to have faith, at least, because if you're going to the cinema, you know that, okay, you'll get there 5 minutes, 10 minutes before. You don't want to miss the film, right?
So if you have been trained from little that you have to keep to time. It's right inside your blood. You always keep to time, which will help you in future.
So, Mom, in this same Africa, you are saying keep to time. Who invented this Niger time, African time? Okay. Why are you people always late?
That's why they say African time.
No, but it doesn't even make sense, because if you guys were trained in the 60s and 70s to be so disciplined and, so time sensitive and time cautious, why are you always late?
We just try to deviate to join the wagon.
Which wagon? Because Western people are not even like that. Of late people. Who are the late people? You people are the late people. You taught us how to be late. Yeah.
No, your own is super
diabolical.
Yeah. Make up for 2 hours, 3 hours. What happened? Kilo shele. Why? You have a function for 5 o'clock. You start making up 4 o'clock. You finish 6, 7. By the time you get there, it's finished. What's the meaning of that?
Mom, it's called slay. You have to press their necks. You have to be.
And then you start getting ready earlier, my dear.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. But you're still, you two, you're even late. And you're not even doing slick with makeup.
I do sometimes. Today I've been asking you, when are you coming? When are we going? Because I guess in Nigeria, I feel the heat so much. So I don't like, putting powder or anything on and sitting down. Even for 2 minutes, I'll be sweating.
So that's why you're on time.
If I put my mind on something, I don't get there late.
Okay, if you're really interested.
If I'm really interested.
Okay, so PSA, if my mom's ever late for your function, it's because she not send you.
Probably.
Mom, that's very savage. Okay.
Why would you say that too?
No.
Or maybe I know that the person too,
It's like late. You know,
if they say 1 o'clock party,
yeah,
Nigerian time,
yeah,
4 o'clock, the party has not even started.
You know, that's what's actually happened now. So when people say 1 o'clock, it's not that people aren't ready. It's just the fact that in our heads, we actually feel like, well, they said 1 o'clock because they really want us to get there for 3, 4. So even if the person means 1 p.m. now, he can't even say it with his chest because it's not like, if I say 1 p.m., I know these people are going to be late. So let me just say 1 p.m. because I want them to come for 3. But if I want them to actually come for 1 p.m., I have to tell them 10 a.m.
So how can that be changed? I don't think that's
I don't know. It can't really.
It can't really.
Unless people start getting penalized for being late, then yeah, maybe.
To work because I'm not getting money from party.
Well, yes.
I'm going to enjoy
well,
myself.
Maybe they will not give you souvenir if you are late. You mark a register before you collect your gift.
Okay.
We
think about you have to pass the message to event planners.
Yes, if you're late.
To put it in there.
Maybe that will help.
Resume.
What was the next thing on your notes? Because I know you have notes.
I have then fashion. You know, fashion. When we are going to
update you guys, this is old school versus new school fashion now that we're on.
Our uniform cannot come up.
Like past your knee?
It has to pass our knee.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Past your knee.
Past your knee.
Okay.
Not like these times that you wear short skirts. What's the point of wearing short skirt then you start dragging it like this? What happened? Is it by force? And then you wear these batasusuru heels. Then you still have flat slippers in your plastic bag. Is it by force?
You have to do it again now.
And then fashion again. What is in fashion when you are naked? All your boobs out. What's the meaning of that? That is the more reason you not get a suitor because I cannot see anybody. Yes, please change your dressing. Change your dressing. If you know you are to be a wife, please. Showing all your body doesn't mean a man will be interested. Please, they can have men and interview them. I'm sure 80% of them will say they are not interested. They will just be catching cruise.
Right, so you think that women of nowadays are a bit underdressed?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
But do you think I'm underdressed sometimes? Tell the truth, it's okay.
You can't where I am unless I don't see you. But
what about now?
That's training again. Because where you were trained, the family you were trained, you cannot dress like that.
Yes, I can. I do it all the time.
You can't.
On television.
Hold on. Showing your boobs.
Oh, well, Mom, I don't really have big boobs. So
exactly. But even if you don't have, you can still make it up to here.
Okay. Yeah, but I've done that on television. You called me. You were like, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Maybe you should be telling your stylist to put strap on your clothes.
Hey, that one that you are pulling like this. Why did you sew that style? Didn't I tell you?
I didn't sew it, Mum. It was a designer.
Well, designer cannot force you to wear what you don't like. So that means both of you compromise and said, okay, it's fine. I like it. I told you I didn't like that dress on you that day.
Yes. I vividly remember. So
far, have you given her back to put string?
No, I haven't.
Why?
Because I'm not going to wear it again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So is that what you have to say about fashion? So you think we're scanty? What about men? What about men's fashion?
What's wrong with men's fashion? I even like their fashion now. You see what they wear now?
What do they wear, please?
Skinny trouser.
Oh, okay.
Above the knee. Mm-hmm. Very smart.
What else?
When I see my son dressed up like this, I admire him. Yeah.
I thought you didn't have a preference. That's what you said.
No. You said dressing.
Yeah, so I don't understand.
What can men wear? They don't have anything to show.
Okay. So what about like their hair? Like, you know, when they dye their hair yellow, gold or platinum blonde, whatever.
I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I was passing by like 4 days ago by Ikati. I saw one guy coming out of the salon with they just took the foil paper from his head. Then what I saw was round gold here. I said, which one is this? What's wrong with this guy? Does he think he looked better with this? No.
Do you know Portable?
Zazu. I don't like his hair. That's the same hair I'm telling you about.
You don't like his hair?
That's not nice.
Really?
You know, your appearance shows who you are.
Yeah, okay.
Speaks a lot about you.
Mm-hmm. So people obviously judge you on first appearance. What
Yes.
you look like. So that's how they'll probably treat you. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay, well, there we have it about the fashion. I mean, well, old school. Well, you guys used to dress fashionable. Yeah, they were fashionable, shall.
Am I not fashionable now? Simple and real. Simple and real. Comfortable.
Okay, yeah, you guys, yeah, but the thing is, what you said. Okay, let me quickly go back to what you said about education. You know, you said something about education that everybody had to go to school, and it's not like now where people are going to get you know, like certificates in certain fields. The times are different. University graduates aren't necessarily getting the jobs that they even want with their degrees, and then also there are things that you can do, like what are these little courses you can do, like short courses, and you can go on to master in the field. And you know, there's technology now as well, so some things you don't even need to go to school for. So maybe that's why as well some people don't really take education in this the what's the word, the traditional sense as serious,
because then we were after engineer, doctors,
yes,
lawyers. Mama lawyer, mama engineer, mama doctor, mama doctor. My brother was a doctor, and they call my mom mama doctor. You know that their time as well to raise up their own is even more difficult time than ours.
Yeah,
you have to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer. All those.
Why is it just so someone can call you mama lawyer?
I don't think so, but you know they take priority in education.
Yeah, but why that type of education? Because if it was like back in those days and somebody said they wanted to be a singer or a drummer now, or like
no.
Yeah,
You know that one just started. Even in my own age, nothing like that.
Yeah, why? Why is it seen as less of an accomplishment or of a job?
Yeah, well, I will say probably because there wasn't what you call technology then.
Mm-hmm.
But now there is technology. They can see what you can become. If you're a musician, if you're a tailor, fashion designer, you know,
there's money
so
in
you can be anything now. Yes.
Okay, so they just weren't respectable jobs back then.
Yes.
So that's why people were in more interested.
As they say, tailor carpenter look.
But why would they now
during
say like that?
My mom's age, or not even our own.
Ahead, okay, yeah. See that kind of tone that you just used, yeah. When they say, "Oh, the daughter is a tailor, their son is a carpenter," that kind of thing, yeah. Why is it that Nigerian parents are so pressed about what their friends say about them? Because my generation now, we don't care. Me, when I went to say I did IVF, my mom went on her knees, started begging me, "Please don't tell anybody. Why? They did not ask you." Oh my God. She was thinking like, oh my God, her friends are going to start calling her. Why did you?
That's the work of technology now. That's what it has caused. So
yeah, because
we have to live with it. We are living with it.
My generation, we're fine with like, you know, opening up and being real. And more
we now see, you know,
but why is your generation like that? Why were they like, why are you guys like, oh, keep it secret?
I don't know. We just like that. It's just in our blood. We are raised up like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now you people are now trying to talk sense into us to make us reason, which you will see that is no big deal. What's there? So you have impacted our own life as well in a way.
Yeah, and I think it's good for your mental health as well, because you know sometimes older people, because they're not used to that, they weren't brought up that way, they feel like they have to pack in so many emotions and experiences and keep them to themselves. But our generation are actually, as you said, impacting you. I don't want to say you guys because you say it's disrespect now. You amazing parents out there with our own transparency. It's like helping you be free. Kind of free from like your bondage of keeping things inside. Because you know, you told me your friend called you and said, why did baby girl tell them that she did IVF? Why? Yeah. Why did she do that?
Do you know what I told her? And, you know, my reply, I was so satisfied with it that me too, I've moved on. I've moved on to millennial, to Gen Z. Me too, I don't give a damn. Okay. Well, that's it. Just join the wagon. That's what's going on in life now. So go with the trend.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, let's touch on, I know you have other topics, but I just thought of one. Marriage and relationships. So now we see a lot more like divorces, very early on in marriage, especially. Men, women are just like, okay, I'm not doing this. Whereas back in the days, I feel like marriages, even if they did end up in divorce or situationships, you know, people went their separate ways, it took much longer, or it wasn't as rampant. There wasn't really a trend of like this baby mother thing, you know. There's single mothers, yes, but same thing. But what I mean is, you know, that whole like, okay, maybe you just had a baby for someone, then you moved on. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't as much as it is today. Now, why? What are your thoughts on that?
I'll say tolerance first. You have to be able to tolerate yourself up to a stage before you say, you know, yeah, not doing anymore.
So you think people of nowadays are less tolerant?
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
For sure. Yes. They're less tolerant. And it's because of the age we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, social media, all these stuff.
Opinions of others.
Yes. I can't be bothered. No. I've had enough. I cannot. No.
Obviously, there are exceptions. You know, if you're getting beaten up, or if he's like verbally abusive, or she's verbally abusive, and things like that. Obviously, yeah, tolerance. But I kind of agree.
Violence.
Yeah, domestic violence. And even just not being happy. Yeah, your happiness is very important. So the thing is, even if you're not happy, that's fine. You can leave. Nobody is tied to anybody. Nobody's destiny is tied to anyone. But I think still, though, I think the tolerance, because people sometimes don't really do their due diligence. And obviously people say people change, but you know, sometimes people go into something knowing fully well who the person is. And then once they're in, they're like, oh, I can't tolerate this anymore.
But I've had cases as a first child. Oh, she knows this guy is not good for her. But, no, I don't want to have my children for this man, another man. I will just manage. I'll have the second one or the third one. Then I can leave him so that my children will be with one man.
Okay.
That one too is dangerous because you are just harming yourself.
Yeah. And that could also be, as they said, they want their kids to be in one place, like all from the same father. But it's also probably what society will say as well, like, oh, she has 3 baby daddies, or and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but still, the longer you spend in that type of environment or relationship, and it's harming you, like, what's the point? You know. So I think there's lessons to be learned from both generations about relationships and marriage and situationships.
Yes.
What else do you have on your list there? Because
I don't have any
today,
list,
aren't you?
No.
Pollination coming.
Can I leave my phone somewhere?
Oh, so are they calling you? Okay. Your people are calling you. You're so busy. Sorry, we didn't pay her.
And there is what we call family expectations.
Okay.
You know, you want to guide your family name.
Yeah.
In those days, more than now, they don't care now. Or maybe we care more then.
Yeah.
So there are some things you cannot do just like that and get away with it. But nowadays, because of I don't know, I keep saying technology. The world has moved on. So nobody can be bothered that. Or family.
So like people were more conscious of where they were coming from and the family. You know, is it? Oh, if I say it in Yoruba now, Rántí ọmọ tó ń jẹ.
Rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ń ṣe.
Oh, that's it. Sorry.
Yes, that's family expectations. When you remember your family name, and they cannot hear this, that I'm from this family, and then I'm doing this type of thing. No.
Yeah. Well, you know, even if you're not from a prominent family per se that's known, I think even that statement, that saying is actually very valid because if you remember the family that you are from, you won't want to disgrace them. And a lot of people, you know, sometimes we see people online and people wonder like, this girl, okay, she says she's a prostitute, for example, or this guy says, you know, or he doesn't say anything. Maybe he's a Yahoo boy, right? But these people, they're from someone's home. Like they have mums and they have fathers, and people in the comment section are often like, this girl that's just coming out to say she's a prostitute, they didn't pay her money. Do they not have parents? And I see those type of comments a lot. Obviously, I'm not going to get into like whether sex work is an okay job or whatever. That's not really the point. My point is really that people are aware. They're like, how can you have no shame to the extent that you're coming online to say that you're a sex worker in Nigeria?
You see what technology has done to you people. Because I don't know social media. I don't know. Are they just doing it for other people to laugh or what?
Is it for clout? Yeah, we have this thing called clout. So clout chasing is like you want to trend.
You see people naked on Instagram. What?
Mm-hmm.
Is there no way Instagram can block them or stop all this?
Yeah, well,
so
there are
nonsense
some
on Instagram and
there are some measures in place.
Facebook.
Yes. Yeah.
He's spoiling the world too.
You know, yeah, well, you're kind of right, because if that's why young children, you know, there are a lot of things like TikTok was for the young people, and then now people like Kanye West are losing their minds because their children are on it because they know what TikTok has turned to.
You're pregnant and you're walking naked. What's the meaning of that?
Man, please don't come for Rihanna. Don't come for Rihanna.
Really?
Yes.
Rihanna? Sorry.
Because even me, I've told them that when I'm pregnant, my stomach is going to be out. In my husband's house now.
We jaboni to go to get your husband's house.
Well, I have to slay. I have to slay like Rihanna.
Slay, Joe. We shall see.
Moving on. What was your other topic? What was your other topic?
Finance.
Oh, their finances. Okay, yeah. Yeah. What about it? The way we spend money? Spend money like there's no money.
Because that,
if I broke down my business,
is affecting them nowadays. Because then our parents have to pay our school fees, be responsible for it. But nowadays, they have to go to boyfriends, sugar daddy, and it's very dangerous.
Okay.
You go to hotels with people you don't know. Now they say money rituals and all that.
Yeah.
Because of what? You lose your life because you need money.
Yeah. No, you're very right. I'm looking at it from, okay, so you're saying that people are desperate now.
They're desperate.
Yeah, but they're desperate because of the economy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, back in the days, you people weren't desperate because at least Nigeria was better off then.
We are contented with what we have.
You are content. Okay, that's different now. That's different. Because the problem is some of these people that are doing those things are saying that, they don't even have money to eat. That's why they're going down this road. But at the end of the day, there's still another way out. So there's really no excuse for certain things like that you have mentioned, right? Okay. So you're saying that we used to spend money anyhow as well. Is that what you're saying as well?
Yeah, you people, you don't care. You say YOLO, you only live once. It's like you cannot afford it. So you can buy one burger for 6,000, 10,000 naira. It's fine. If this money finish, another one will come.
Yeah. You know, any money like this, Nigeria. Yeah, that's kind of how we don't live like that. But I think it's like it's a notion that we have so that we don't get stressed. It's an ideology that we have so we don't.
Anyway, I don't blame you people. Nigeria is stressful already.
Yeah. So I think
there must be a way to
unwind.
Yeah, unwind yourself.
Yes. Yeah. But in terms of finances, we could do a bit better because your generations, you know, you're into savings. I mean, not that Gen Z and millennials don't save, but they don't save as much, you know. They're more interested in buying, you know, the latest designer, what's trending. They're not really into things that are going to. That's why. Okay, let me put it like this: a lot of people end up having to borrow and loan and beg for like school fees when it's time around because they're not prioritizing. Like if you earn a certain amount, why are you putting your child in a certain type of school? So I think sometimes we don't get our priorities straight. If you know that your salary is 100k, you can't put your child in a school of 100k now. Like if let's just say the monthly fee is 100k when you divide it into months. Why are you doing that? You're living above your means.
Yes.
So do you think that you guys managed money way better than us?
Of course, yes.
Wow, I wasn't expecting the of course.
Yeah.
So what is it we're doing wrong? Just the YOLO, is that it?
I don't understand this age of Gen Z. Those ones are even worse. Millennial.
I'm
Gen
a
Z.
millennial.
You are the same.
Okay.
You spend money anyhow. You know, I used to tell you, how much is this ice cream? How much is it before you say you want to buy it for me? Don't I do that?
Yes.
And I might say I don't want. You know. So that's what we're saying.
So, misuse of finances. Okay. You have anything else for us?
Morality and discipline.
Wow. Mom, you know what?
Morality and discipline.
See me, yeah, as I am here now. Me, I have morals, yeah, and I'm always getting chastised if I say anything online like this about morals. Because they'll say that you think you're on a high horse, maybe because you're married or because you lived abroad. You think you're, no. So my own with that morals thing is you talk about it because I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to get dragged. So that they know why I'm the way I am with morals. Because if I say something now about
you see, under morality and discipline, I see the children of nowadays. I have so many examples. You know, you see an adult standing, you sitting down. Who are you? You will not get up for the adult. Please sit down. Or you see somebody coming, you live in the same compound, but because you are Gen Z or whatever you call yourself, the woman will carry 2 bags. You just walk past. She'll be struggling. It's part of it.
Yeah.
No discipline. No morals. For you to go out there and be fighting, you don't have discipline. Why must you be fighting someone? If someone is abusing you, if you are quiet, don't say anything, that person is a fool. Just walk away, if possible. If you have home training, another thing is training, home training. You will not mix with the riffraffs outside.
Wow.
You will not see anything you want.
So you think that the generations after you have kind of lost their morals and discipline? I think also, you know, the fact that people don't like
and it keeps deteriorating.
Yeah, because people don't, for example, people, you know, they used to say it takes a village, and now it doesn't take a village. The village needs to mind their business. What do you think about that? Like, because if somebody tells someone else's child off, they're literally going to come to you and say, why are you talking to my child? Why are you telling my child off?
Yeah, in this day and age. Then in our own days, nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And we learn from it.
What did you learn?
Yeah, because...
you learned from the people telling you off?
Yeah, because our mother will not go and fight for no reason. But now you want to show off. Who are you to talk to my child like that and all that?
Okay, true. Because there's a difference, you know, obviously I wouldn't take, like me now, you can't hit my child. Like, I don't know, you can't just come and hit my child. But in your days, yeah, they could actually do that. Like a neighbor, if the neighbor saw your child do something, they could probably spank your child. Like not you actually. If your mum, you know, was there and then wasn't there, sorry, and you were there and you did something wrong, your neighbor could probably spank you, right?
And then I'll go back and tell my mom. My mom will ask, what did you do? She will reason with it, go back to the neighbor and say, what happened? If the neighbor was wrong, then they will iron it out. Don't do that again to my child. What has she done? Why did you do that?
But the fact, but
nowadays, the mind of fighting, that the ego that is me, what do you mean? Why would you do that?
To my child, right?
Yes.
Talk to my child. Yeah. I think there's a balance. I think there's a way we could actually balance it so it's not too extreme. So you don't have strangers beating your child. But then also you don't just have people looking away like, oh, it's not my business, not my business.
Well, I'll tell you, no strangers. Then even people that you know around you.
Yeah, but some people still look at them like, I don't care. Like, you don't have the right to hit my child or talk to my child. So they'll even still classify them as stranger, even though they're their neighbor of 10 years.
Even when we were raising your type up. No, but I am talking about when my mom then was raising me up.
Okay.
I think after us, that has stopped.
Yeah, it has. That's why they say it no longer takes a village, because people are out here doing it themselves. I mean, personally, I think I would I would want somebody to tell my child if she was doing something wrong. And I wouldn't want my child to come and just say, Mommy, they shout, someone shouted at me, and then she's going to think that I'm just going to go and shout at a person. Because now, if you look at some homes, there are nannies that maybe the nanny will tell the child off, and then the child will now go and report to the mum, and then mum will go and chastise the nanny. So the child already knows that anything this woman does, I'm going to go and tell my mum. Who are you? And they talk to them like trash because they think they're the help. Meanwhile, these people are actually working a job, and they should be treated with respect.
Yes.
Because they're actually doing a job. Yeah. And they're human beings. They should be treated with respect. But what you find in Nigeria with some children is that they become very spoiled.
Yes.
Because they have assistance. And then the mum also, as you said, ego. Are you mad? Why are you talking to my child like that? Don't talk to my child. You not even ask the nanny. Oh, what did she do? Okay, next time, don't shout. But maybe, take something from the child that they like, so that the nanny as well will understand what to do. But the ego and the fact that people look down on people now a lot. And you said back in your days, they didn't really have like helps in the house as well as much.
Not as much.
Not as much as now. Like every
not
house,
as much as now.
Everybody has help in their house now.
Then we had.
Yeah, you had because you were spoiled.
We had because...
Mom, you're not even a good candidate for this because you're even spoiled. Yes. They are spoiled in their house. Coca, they are very spoiled. The house. Yes. So I thought I'd just throw you under the bus there, but it's okay.
But at the same time, we were disciplined.
Yes. Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Another thing is domestic cleanliness and hygiene.
It's next to godliness.
Most of them now don't have it. They're dirty. You just see them outside slaying. Go and look at their room or in their house.
Mom, please, I feel like
dirty are not organized. Their room is upside down, smelling.
My room is upside down right now.
What's the meaning of that? When you are slaying outside, you are not organized in the house.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Well, you know what? I think there was a girl. I don't know.
Hygiene, how can you have body odor as a lady?
Oh,
even a man. Why must you not take your bath every day? Especially in Nigeria, the heat is too much.
Yeah. I think it was someone talking about like towels or the bras the other day. Like maybe, yeah. Like, we're in the same bra for like months. Like
you see?
Like without washing it. Yeah, and like some men don't even change their boxers. How do you guys feel? Have you changed your boxers this week? 2 boxes every day. Come on. See? And it's just Tuesday.
Yes, we have some OCDs.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But okay, so that's another thing. Okay, all right, cool. Well, if there's nothing else you want to share with us, you can wish everyone a happy Mother's Day.
I wish every wonderful mothers out there.
Mommy, say again. I wish you said mothers. You said no. You know I'm English to me. I wish every mother.
Every mother.
Yeah.
Okay. You know your English
you
now.
You said all the wonderful mothers. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
Oh
yeah, sorry. Just go on.
What should I say?
Just say all the wonderful mothers.
I should not say I wish.
Yes, say I wish.
Oh, they to my twist English, mommy lori.
No, I said,
Joe, English is not my first language.
I wish all the... Mom, just say it.
Yoruba na so.
Okay, say it in Yoruba then.
Me son Yoruba.
Okay, just
at
say...
least school koja.
I'm getting stressed.
And I went to very good secondary school.
We know.
Up school, I will not say it.
Why you can?
So, Madam Speaker, I wish all wonderful mother and mother to be beautiful Mother's Day.
You're gonna have to do it again.
All the people looking for the fruits of the womb, may God answer you soonest.
Amen. Okay, and on that note, I wish you all a happy Mother's Day, and thank you for watching this episode, this very special episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, follow me on Instagram at Stephanie Coca, like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We love you all. Mwah. Mom, you want to say something?
Yeah, well, she has been using me for podcast, no payment. This is the second time. She will bring me again third time. So what are you giving me for Mother's Day? This year must be special.
Okay, yeah, super special. I promise, special. Yes.
You know what I want now? Let's see.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.